Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPrath. There's a snafu with Facebook, but everything is working now and we're live. So thank you all for tuning in. For the first time viewers out there, don't be shy. Be sure to say something in the chat so I know you're here. There's no charge for readings the first time around, but going forward after that, it's $100 to cover the entire month for readings. And that's a great deal since we run 3 shows per week, normally Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Arizona time. So that's a reading for each show, every show of the month. So, before I turn it over to Christopher for this evening's readings, there is a thought on the title that I'd like to share with you all, which is, the title tonight is Allow Change. Change is the only constant in life, and allowing it can be challenging sometimes. So one of the things that has been a great help to me in my journey that Christopher has shared before on the show is this box breathing technique. And it's having... The concept is having more control over our breathing than allows us to have a better control over our mind, because they're directly linked. So with box breathing, the exercise is to breathe in for the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it up at the top. 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then release. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that same pattern, we hold the exhalation for another 4 seconds, bringing the total exercise to 16 seconds. And we just go around that box as many times as it takes for us to allow whatever change is coming in, or whichever concept is shifting in our lives. So for right now, I'm going to play a little bit of music, and we're going to do a couple of rounds of box breathing before I turn it over to Christopher. So, here we go. Holding it. And exhale. Remembering to retain that exhalation for another 4 count. Breathe it back in. Right now I'm playing the intro music, which is 528 frequency. It's directly, it's the best frequency to heal the heart chakra. So, thank you all for listening to me this evening. Enjoy the show. Here's Christopher.
Thanks so much for the introduction, Kenan. While we do this show, I would really encourage you to just practice that box breathing. In for the count of 4 slowly. Hold for the count of 4. Breathe out for the count of 4. And hold out for the count of 4. As Kenan said, breath controls our thoughts. Our thoughts do not control our breath. So, because you really don't think about breathing. So as I light this incense tonight, I would ask all of you to allow the messages that come through, allow the changes that are going to be for your best and highest. And sometimes we don't really understand them. But the incense tonight is to act only on your most noble calling while you're here on this planet. So to act only to further your noblest calling, free of reaction to the ugly, the bad, the negative, the beautiful even, or even the good. This is only focusing on furthering your noblest calling. So, light that incense for you, give you lots of blessings tonight, and we'll see what holds forth. Now, I got some really good feedback from the way we did the show the other night, and I'm going to try to do that again. So basically what I do is I pull a card, and the message that's coming through may be for one of you, may be for two or three, it could be for all of you. But the group card, first and foremost, that comes through tonight is going along with allow change, because it is the eyes of the eagle. It's rising above the fray. This is flying high above judgment. Are you willing to allow change, and how your view or how you were raised or what happened to you around judgment, and release, clear, destroy, and uncreate that judgment or any judgment you put on yourself? Are you willing to allow change around judgment? That is the eagle. The one thing the eagle does not have is fear of heights. Okay? Can you imagine an eagle that would be afraid of heights? It's a little ridiculous, right? But this group card is for all of us. We're willing to go. Are you willing to go to different heights? To let go of the top of the tree, which maybe give you some stability, and go to 1,000 feet and be able to see the mouse below you. That's what the eagle does. This is the energy. This is the spirit of the eagle. And I know some of you are already feeling this as we're talking about it, because it's riding above the fray. This is rising above the slings, the arrows, the darts from others who don't have your wings, because they're too busy battling pigeons. So I want to send you some of this energy. This is the willingness to say yes to spirit and know it and feel it. Just like the eagle, you're rising above the fray, releasing, clearing, destroying any fears that have been holding you back. So we've got a great group tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Barbara Kramer?
Yeah,
Barbara Kramer's on. Welcome, Barbara. Excuse me. It's really great to have you. Thank you for being here. Okay.
And there's Austin. Whoa.
Austin's here. Okay. Nice to have you back, Austin. So as we pull these cards, Kenan will do his best to keep track of who the messages are for. So this is very similar. It's a different feeling than the eagle who rides the air currents. Think of the surfer. Think of the person that is at one with the ocean, who feels the currents, who knows the currents. Fish are not really afraid of drowning. Okay, so this is when you think of the surfer on the ocean, they wait for the right wave. And if a wave passes them by, they go, oh, they don't paddle home. They don't throw in their board and go, I quit. I missed that wave, doggone it. Because you know what? A new wave is coming. So, Madeline, Heather, And Mindy, I'm going to direct this reading mainly for you. Madeline, in any way, shape, or form that you feel that you maybe missed out on an opportunity or made mistakes or didn't catch the wave when you coulda, woulda, shoulda, are you really, there's a new wave coming for you. There's a new and you'll be able to feel it, and you just move elegantly with it. It's what you came here on earth to do, just to be born to move with the wave. The wave is, to me, spirit. It's like God. It's this motion that's moving you forward, and you're absolutely on the right beach. You're absolutely there at the perfect time of year when the waves are the best, to not only and just to be in the moment, just to ride the wave, or even the anticipation of the wave, because you know these waves are coming. This is giving you more joy, more and like it's a knowing. It's absolutely a knowing. The surfer doesn't hope that the wave will show up. The surfer knows the wave will show up. And that's really important. Now we've got, I think I had Laurel on this too.
Mm-hmm. Laurel's on.
Laurel.
There's Cindy too, I guess.
Okay, great. So I got Madeline, and then you put in surfer for.
Oh, did you want me to put it in for other people
Yeah.
too? Or are you doing the same?
I'm doing the same card, because I think it was for Heather and Laurel, and it was for Mindy too.
Is that right?
And some of you may get one or two readings depending on the reading. So again, Heather, excuse me. Anywhere where Heather, are you willing to allow change in things becoming easier and less hectic for you? You've got the forces of nature on your side. It's more about you want to look up, Heather, you can Google spiritual meaning of lilies. There's something with the spiritual meaning of lilies for you, Heather. There's somebody around you, Heather. They're talking about the blue bonnets. So lilies. Lilies depart. Lilies can symbolize sympathy for the departed, It's femininity and admiration. So are you willing to allow more admiration for yourself from others? When somebody gives you a compliment, say thank you. Thanks. It's yellow lilies symbolize gratefulness, thankfulness, and joy. And confidence and energy. So this is more energy being given to you. And in any way, shape, or form, I don't know what the blue bonnets are, but this person coming through, it feels like a gentleman. It feels like an older man. I may have to call you on this one, Heather. There's something with a blue bonnet.
She said she saw a blue bonnet yesterday.
Heather, so you saw a blue bonnet yesterday?
She's like, that's uncomfortable.
What's uncomfortable? So what's uncomfortable, Heather?
Like she saw a blue bonnet yesterday. It's not accurate. That's what she said.
So, your role is changing, Heather. There's something around the role changing because they're actually showing me a woman in the 18th, 19th century with a blue bonnet. And you've been fulfilling these duties, but it's kind of like, it's like doing the work, but appreciating it more and allow others to appreciate you and to admire you because you're absolutely loved. And this, the reason it's important to get it on this field right now is because when we cross over, that it's all about love. And the more we can receive love, actual love, the better we will be.
She says admiration from others is uncomfortable.
Okay.
And she just thought the blue bonnet was there at first. But
So if you thought you saw a blue bonnet, that is this person pointing it out to you, or it's do you understand? It's like it's in the spiritual realm. Like your ability to see and experience the spiritual realm is growing. Otherwise, it wouldn't have come up in the reading tonight. So I got to tell you all a funny story. Lana's not on the show tonight, but the other night, the cougar card came up, and it wasn't about she's 80 years old and she's a cougar. No, it had nothing to do. We were laughing about that later because she called me yesterday. She goes, Chris, because I was getting this, like, be careful of cougars, like literal cougars, because she lives in northern Idaho. And she called me yesterday and she said, she sent me pictures. She goes, guess where I'm sitting? And I went, I don't know. She said, I'm sitting in my bedroom, upstairs bedroom window with her gun, with the window open, hunting for cougars, because the neighbors had told her the day after the reading that different neighbors had spotted 4 different cougars in the area. They're dangerous. And so Lana went and got a cougar permit and was sitting in her window, literally. But she had to be watchful. She had to be careful, like when she would walk out to her car, actually to be mindful of that. So my point of telling you this, Heather, is it's this spirit giving you this blue bonnet. And so look up the spiritual meaning of blue bonnets. There's something really profound. There's something that the land wants to give you, and be open to these blessings. Okay? Mindy. This is letting go, Mindy. So the surfer really becomes one with his board. He doesn't hang on to his board for dear life. He's not clinging to the material. He's letting go of the material and feeling the wave of the ocean, and he becomes just one with his board. He's not clinging to it for dear life to stay alive. The board is a tool. Trust that the material things that you need are like that board. They're going to come to you. They will be ready for you when you need them. This is your expansion about feeling spirit, feeling guided. Know that you're guided from beyond, especially the loved ones that have passed, right? It's like your mom saying, for God's sake, Melinda, let go. Because the surfer doesn't surf with his mind. The surfer surfs with his entire being, right? It's not just a mind exercise, surfing. This is using your entire body. He uses his entire body, all of his senses, to sense the water, to sense the wave. This is your ability. Allow that to grow. Allow that to change, to let go of the worry about the physical or material, because there's more coming to you around that. Okay. Wow. Death Crusher, thanks for being here. Cindy, thank you for being here. All right, let's see who comes up here now. So, Cindy, Barbara, and Marilyn Pitts. Cindy, Barbara, and Marilyn Pitts. This is the trust card. Anywhere, Cindy, where anywhere where there is people around you that are needing to prove that they're right, they're caught up in a glass illusion. They're caught up in a, why am I seeing this? It's like people trying to draw you into their game of the need to be right. I don't know what this is, but I will explain what I'm seeing. It's like if you had a tiger in a glass cage. It would appear that the tiger could attack you, but it really can't. It can't get through the plexiglass. There's an exercise that you can do, and I'll share this with everyone on the show. When you get around people that are lions or tigers or bears, oh my, you can actually visualize them in a glass cage, like not allowing their energy to get to you, not allowing them to affect you with their ill-conceived protocols, Ill-conceived protocols. I've never even used those three words before. I don't even know what that means, Cindy, but I think you know what it means. Ill-conceived protocols that are made up. This is you trusting your gut more. Absolutely trusting your gut. And within a month, things will be much better for you, or much more clear, much more beautiful, much more easy. But when people have these agendas, that's the word. Like a tiger has an agenda to attack and eat, right? It's just a natural agenda. There are people out there that have these natural agendas, like they've learned to get their energy by interrogation, intimidation, poor me, blah, blah, blah. All these agendas. This is you. Oh, Death Crusher, this has to deal with you too. Daniel, thank you for being here. The same concept behind that is really important. So this is absolutely trusting yourself and trusting these barriers that you put up, they're not going to be crossed. But sometimes you have, and you can imagine it just by, oh, I'm putting up this glass wall here. I can see you. I can absolutely see you. But you ain't getting to me. Okay. All right. And my dear Barbara, it's so great for you to be here. So I ate at this restaurant one time and I got food poisoning, Barbara. Well, I never went back, but they had really good food. And so there was that distrust set up around that particular restaurant. There's are you allowing change when it comes to trusting people, and anywhere where you have been wronged, food poisoned, are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate that now? Because distrust can be like an implant within your field. And it can still be draining. Like it's like IV. Think of an IV, but rather than putting fluid in, it's taking energy out of you. So that's, or anywhere where you've blamed yourself for trusting someone that was untrustable and it blew your circuits. This is your circuits being repaired around this trust issue. Because there are people that you can trust. And again, it's believing in yourself. Absolutely getting back to believing in Barbara Kramer, who she is, what she's done, and what she's going to do. trust, move ahead with it. Move ahead with this project you're moving ahead with. I don't know what it is, but it's profound. The right people will show up when they're needed. Okay. And then with Dan, I'll mention this too, Death Crusher. You're it's really important for you to clean your house. And I'm talking mainly spiritually. So what I see here is with the candles, the people you've been around haven't been of the highest quality energy. This is you getting back to vibrating at a much higher frequency. When you do that, these people fall off and they don't fit anymore. And so for a little while you're kind of alone, it's a good thing because it helps you get your energy back. And then it helps you, then other like vibration people of a higher vibration come into you. But there's that transition period that's important for you to understand. Okay.
That lesson after the Bali trip.
What's that?
Barbara says she got that lesson after the Bali trip.
Oh, you got that lesson after the Bali trip, Barbara? Good. Good. Yeah, this is everything's beneficial to one degree or another. Okay. Let's see. And then Marilyn, I want to talk a little bit more about trust with Marilyn, because this card came up for Marilyn as well, Pitts. This is the Seer card. So this is trusting your ability without having to try to figure it out. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 days to sit with something before it becomes clear. It's like before I discovered I needed glasses, Marilyn, I had to squint, right? And then when I got glasses, I'm like, oh my God, these trees actually have leaves on them. You could actually see very clearly. This is the Seer card for you, and then trusting your seership. Because we've talked about this before with your personal reading, it's growing. And be free of hoping that it's going to appear like how I see things, or how Lindsay sees things, or how whoever sees things. It's how you see it, and it's, again, trusting that seership. Okay? And then Laurel, you've got the Guardian and the Surfer. Okay. I talked about this I think a couple weeks ago, where the map on my GPS in my truck only shows about 5 miles. Well, I want to see the whole thing. Like, I want to see the whole trip. And you don't. When it comes to spirit, you don't. You literally sometimes see one step at a time. But know you're guarded. Know you have this guardian, that you're being guided, and that everything is consciousness. There is not anything out there that is not consciousness, and that you're in this ocean of consciousness, and the wave will show up. It will work out for you. And I'm sharing this with everybody on the show. Okay? So Ken and Laurel got the Surfer card and the Guardian card. Okay. How can I see this differently, Laurel? I want to say this to everybody on the show. How can I see this differently? Okay. And I saw Tiffany was on the show too. Is she on the list?
Let's be catching up. Oh, and she, Roberts on you.
Okay.
Look at that.
We want to get Tiffany in here because I got a hit on Tiffany here with this Guardian card. So let me go through the list tonight. Okay, who we've got on the list? If we could add, there you go, Tiffany. And I'm going to get to you, but there's a lot of information coming through. So if I am talking too fast or you don't understand something, text me, instant message me. Jared, thank you for calling me last week. I'll tell Jared's story if you don't mind, Jared. Jared had the mushroom card, and just a few days before, a salesperson from Norway had come through and carried this special skincare product that was made of mushrooms. So it was pretty funny. So we've got, if we could start at the top, we got Madeline, we've got the Surfer card, Marilyn, Heather, Laurel, Abby, Marilyn, Lindsay, Mindy, Jared, Kat, Tiffany, Edna, yay, Jennifer's here, Barbara, Cindy, Dan, and then Anna, right? And then Shay.
Yes.
Okay, Shay. Thank you all for being here.
She's on the next page. And Nikki
Oh,
Barton.
and Nikki?
Yeah.
Nikki and Shay. Okay, great. Wow, great group tonight. So if the show goes a little longer, I hope you're taking notes. All right, so Tiffany, you got this. Tiffany's got the Guardian card as well. And then Marilyn, Maddox, okay. So let me address Marilyn, Maddox, and Tiffany. So Tiffany, this is the excuse me, the blue card. There's something about your daughters talking about the color blue. So you know how Heather saw a blue bonnet? That was actually this, it felt like a gentleman coming through, pointing it out to her and what it symbolized, and then it came up in the reading tonight. She's talking about the care that you took, Tiffany, to even ask her what color she wanted her room painted, or what color dress she liked, or it's more of an acknowledgement from her for being grateful for you, and it's like an acknowledgement of you being a fantastic mother, where you cared about what was her favorite color. I hope this makes sense. Because she's really coming through strong, and she's guiding you. She's absolutely guiding you and bringing you more joy. Now, along those lines, Tiffany, this card fell out as well, but it's for you, but it's for the entire group. So it's everybody on the show. Which is the Fortune card. Are you willing to allow your fortune to change? Are you willing to allow an expansion and let go of any parental, family, society judgment around fortune? Any roles that you're playing about being less fortunate or not having the funds or the money? Are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate all of that to allow true fortune, whatever you view that fortune is, to come in? This is opportunity. This is literally more money for everyone coming in. And I can particularly, even for Jared and Kat, Jared and I had a really good conversation the other day, dealing with this fortune card. But it's also, it's like Heather McBriar, where open up to admiration, open up to people being grateful for you. Same with you, Tiffany. Okay? Same with everyone on the show. Are you willing to open up, every one of you, to allow more fortune with any fear of there being a dragon attached? Or danger, or money being the root of all evil? Are you willing to release, clear, destroy all of these and create your own fortune, however that looks? Okay, awesome. Okay, all right, Lindsay. Yeah, you're coming more into much more of a balance, Lindsay, which is great. And we've got Austin on here too, right? Is Austin on the list?
He said goodbye. He came on to say goodbye. Oh, there's Cottonfly.
Okay.
He has to take a good list.
Sure. All right, welcome, Cottonfly. So, Lindsay, this is just getting back up on the tightrope, and or getting back up on the balance beam. You know, Amber Biles, the gymnast, right? Her name is Amber. Amber
Simone.
Biles. Huh? Simone Biles. Anyway, the one on the balance beam. She's so tiny, but man, can she flip! Like, but how many years of practice? Never underestimate. So much of this spiritual work on this planet is we're practicing doing it. And this is you getting more balanced, more balance in your life, more rather than eating one heavy meal every 3 days, it's like breaking it down into 3 meals a day, right? Um, and this is great blessings to you in bringing this equilibrium. It's acknowledgement of this equilibrium back on your plate. And also, it's like your dad's coming through. And I don't know why he's talking about biscuits, but he's talking about biscuits and making biscuits. And I don't know what those symbolize. I don't know if it was like a time you guys spent together where you ate biscuits or were eating biscuits or had something with biscuits. And but that shows that he's around you right now, particularly. Okay. So are you marking in red the ones I read for?
I'm just marking the people in red so you can tell the difference between the people and the cards.
Okay. So Lindsay got equilibrium.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Okay. And then Marilyn, Marilyn and Abby, let's go back to them. It's been a while since we've had this many on the show. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. So Marilyn Maddox, this is about being brave. This is the courage, giving yourself the strength to know this is like any physical ailments leaving, or you coming to a realization of the cause of them. Like you actually survived the event that may have set that energetic pattern. And so recalling that event isn't going to be any more traumatic because you actually survived the real event. This is absolutely letting go of it and having the courage to bring those up to leave. Okay? Yeah, and that was Marilyn. And then Abby. Yeah, so Abby, you've gotten this card before. This is the commencement card. This is new beginnings. But also letting go of the old way you did things and starting something brand new. It's like an offshoot of what it is that you're doing already. If you look at this leaf, they're showing me like when they can put like a peach tree on a cherry tree, or what do you call that? Splicing. This is splicing. There's some kind of splicing coming through for you, where you're putting two different ideas together to create a whole new brand or breed. It's just going to happen for you. Excuse me. Okay. And then we've got So if maybe what we could do,
DJ McCann.
you know, so for those of you that I've not read for, can you say something in the chat that I haven't done like a reading for you yet? Because we're trying a new format here, and with that in mind, I would like a little bit of clarification. Excuse me. Also, Abby,
And with Jennifer. Oh, you were talking about
okay, so Jennifer, Anna,
Shay.
Shay,
It's Vanessa person.
Vanessa, thank you for being here on the show.
Nikki.
Nikki, okay.
Forgot it.
Yeah, be sure to say hi in the chat if I've not read for you yet. Okay, I don't think I've read for Jared and Kat yet, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And I apologize, you're in the wrong starting to say something like that.
Yeah, so for Abby, for Abby, let's go back. This is get a ball like this and roll it on the bottom of your feet. Like any type of body work would be really good for you, but I don't know if you are massage, but if you're uncomfortable with that, at least get a ball or something, a round object, and roll the bottom of your feet. It's going to help with your circulation. Okay, it's important.
Putting little stars next to people.
That I need to read for. Okay, thank you.
Oh, biscuit and used in woodworking. Lindsay.
What's that?
Lindsay says maybe a biscuit used in woodworking, joining two pieces of wood together.
Yeah, so biscuits. So that's it, Lindsay. A biscuit? I've never even heard of a biscuit in woodworking. I don't even know what that is.
That would make sense. It's like, you know how they have the ducktails and like weird grooves that fit together. A biscuit is literally just like a little disc that fits two slotted boards together.
Okay, so Lindsay, give it a few days too. Like I've had people that I've done a reading for and they didn't make sense, and like 2 weeks later it'll make sense. But I didn't even know what that, because he's talking about biscuits, and I don't know what that is. But it's just the fact that he's around you. Okay, can we pull up that list again? Thank you. All right, my dear. So Jared, let's do Jared and Kat. This is Kat. Being free of being overwhelmed about decorating, or being free of being overwhelmed, knowing that it's all going to come together. Are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate any overwhelm? All right, this is the art card. And anywhere, Kat, where you felt that you're running out of time, and I'm gonna pull this with Nikki. If we can add this art card to Nikki.
Sure.
So Kat and Nikki, anywhere where you're feeling under time constraints, or anywhere where you've said there's not enough time in the day, are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate? Because even stating that is creating more urgency. It's proving to you that there's never enough time in the day. Stop in any way, shape, or form saying that, or even saying it to yourself.
Everyone has the
What's that?
Everyone gets the same.
Everyone gets the same amount of time. And this is broadening your perception of time rather than narrowing it. Okay, Nikki? And then Jared. Jared and yeah, let's do Jared here. This is the compassion, Jared. Are you willing to be a little bit more compassionate with yourself? And understand that when people are not compassionate with you, it's because they're not compassionate with themselves. Be free of making it about you. They this is clearing any and all, and I can help you here. In fact, I'll help everyone on the show. Even like with Anna, or can we scroll down? And Shay. This is clearing the energy of non-compassion from people around you. They don't have the doorknobs. They don't have the doorknobs of compassion. In other words, they don't have the connections to really be compassionate. If a dog's in a trap, it's going to bite you. Okay? It's just self-preservation. There are people out there that they perceive themselves as in a trap, and they lash out. So, Jared, Anna, Shay, it's being free of allowing that energy in. You can still be compassionate with people, but if they're not allowing, if they're not compassionate with themselves, it's a waste of your energy. They're not going to appreciate your compassion. And Shay, can you be a little bit more compassionate with yourself? Can you be a little bit more forgiving of yourself and with yourself? Because so much energy can be expended in beating yourself up. Are you willing to let go of that? You're doing great. Anna, you're doing fantastic. Give yourself a little bit more credit here. Okay? And you too, Jared. Like, give yourself a little bit more compassion here. It's going to work out. You're riding the wave. Okay. Here we go. Anna. Okay, and Vanessa, we've got... Okay, so Vanessa, get into your gut, not your head. This is where you operate from, Vanessa. You're really smart. But you are on a different operating system than most people. You feel things through the gut, through the heart. But you were trained from family to try to figure things out. This is letting go of that, moving more into the heart for you, Vanessa. Okay? Rather than intellectualize, this is spiritualize, heart eyes, gut eyes, right? What you're going through, it's an acknowledgement, but you're moving through it. You're doing really well, but there's so many things we just can't figure out. We have to feel them out and know and trust that you're being guided. Okay, Jennifer, right? And Edna. Okay, so Jennifer, Edna, and Anna. So Anna, so when Kenan was little, he would cough, and as new parents, we were like, "Oh my God, is he okay?" We'd run over there, and he'd just kind of laugh and smile. So then he just started coughing a lot, and it played on our fears as new parents, and we realized then we were training him. So it's like you've got angels around you, Anna, to help you with these amazing children, and you're being guided and they're protected. So it's easing up on the fear. A healthy fear is always good, but this is you broadening that. Jennifer and Edna, anywhere where you've taken on any fear from anyone else, family, friends, news, the social media, people at work, that's their fear. Release, clear, destroy, and uncreate that if you'd like to right now. I'll help you do that. And Jennifer, I don't know why they're showing me a pedicure. Like your guides are showing me a pedicure. To me, that's a symbol of taking better care of you. Taking time off to actually get a pedicure and do it. That's important for you. And then we have cotton? Did we do cotton fly?
Yeah, that was Vanessa.
That was what?
That was Vanessa.
Vanessa. Okay, thank you, Vanessa. All right. Tell me if you have any questions right now, or if I've missed you, or you'd like more information. Let me know in the chat where you're at. Did we get everybody?
I think so.
I think we did.
You're good.
I think we really did. My gosh. Thank you all so much for being here. We're going to do this again tomorrow night. Thank you so much. Great blessings to you. And you can always call me or text me, okay? Or Insta message me. Great blessing. Take care.